Hello, I'm Jane Dutton with a wrap of the week's news.
This is Eyewitness News.
Snow is back in South Africa. It's hit the mountain passes of the Eastern Cape along with disruptive rains and storms. The South African Weather Service has issued an orange-yellow level 6 warning.
Some of the affected roads include Pennock Pass, R58 in Barclay East, and Mountain Shadow near Elliot. We continue to call on all road users, especially our motorists, to adhere to the rules of the road and drive cautiously when approaching these areas.
And Gauteng residents are urged to be careful of icy roads and travel only if necessary.
With the cold weather expected this weekend, Eskom's effective implementation of the Generation Operational Recovery Plan ensures we have adequate generation capacity to meet the anticipated electricity demand.
Mr. Lomas, can you tell us about the treatment you received as you were being extradited?
I think the extradition team did a fantastic job. They really were very helpful and gracious.
Fraud-accused fugitive Michael Lomas, linked to a 1.5 billion rand Eskom corruption scandal, has been officially handed over to the Hawks by SAPS and Interpol after arriving in South Africa this morning. The 77-year-old was extradited from the United Kingdom. He has appeared in the Kempton Park Magistrates Court. He's facing allegations of fraud and corruption at the power utility.
It's been a week of mourning and celebrating the life of a big man on South Africa's political landscape. Former minister and freedom fighter Pravin Gordhan died after a short spell of cancer and was cremated on Thursday. He's credited with striving for racial harmony and connecting the dots of state capture. He died on Friday, the 13th of September. He was 75 years old.
What Pravin dedicated his life to is what we will continue doing so that we do not let him down. Yours was a life fruitful in service. You bore your sorrows with strength and dignity. You stood up for the poor and you never disowned them. You would not bend your knee before injustice. You would not bend your knee before those who were stealing from the poor. Where many tried to bring you down with their insults, your feet remained firmly on the high ground. And now you have surrendered your strength to the will of your Creator. You were a much-loved colleague and a friend. Hambagash.
As a child, I remember raids in the early hours of the morning, tapped telephones, and constant monitoring of our household. During my years as a baby and a toddler, my mother would hide secret documents in my nappy. And when the security branch police came to raid the house, she would pass me to my aunt, who would then take away the documents and hide them. In 1977, when my dad was under a banning order, the police raided our home. They spotted a file on the top shelf labeled ANC. They visibly showed excitement, only to discover the file contained my mother's notes from her nursing degree, and ANC referred to antenatal clinics.
There's been a dramatic escalation in the war in the Middle East. Israeli jets have hit hundreds of Hezbollah targets in Lebanon, even striking the capital Beirut. Hezbollah claims it fired rockets at Israeli military bases in retaliation for the booby-trapped devices which killed some commanders and injured thousands of civilians.
The family of Nierai Chihota One of the 6 victims in SFiso Makazi's 2022 murder spree says it's been left destitute since her brutal death. Makazi was sentenced to life imprisonment and will return to the Johannesburg High Court only in 30 years to review his sentence after raping and murdering 6 women. In a chilling confession, Makazi admitted to shooting Narai in the head at close range with his father's pistol, then hiding her body in a black trolley bin at his father's panel beating workshop. She was the first of his 6 victims.
So I don't know why did he kill my mom, or what was the reason or the purpose that he killed my mom. I'm not ashamed of what my mom was doing, because I am what I am today because of her.
Another high-level court case, former Cape Town MMC for Human Settlements, Malusi Boy, was granted 250,000 rand bail. He appeared alongside 9 others in court. They included his girlfriend, his ex-wife, and alleged 28's gang boss, Rolf Stanfield. Bail conditions include that the accused may not have contact with witnesses. They're also prohibited from leaving the country and their respective provinces. They've been charged with corruption, 1 billion rands worth of tenders, extortion and money laundering. 25 passengers sustained injuries when their train derailed at the Dal Yosafat station this week. The train was travelling from Cape Town to Wellington at the time.
We strongly urge PRASA and Transnet to prioritise a full safety audit across the Western Cape's rail infrastructure. Ensuring the safety of our commuters is paramount. The people of this province deserve reliable and safe public transport, and it is PRASA's responsibility to deliver that.
The DSTV Delicious International Food and Music Festival has announced new additions to its international headliners for this weekend at the Kyalami Grand Prix circuit. Legendary hip-hop artists Busta Rhymes and Jason Derulo will be joining festivities at the event. The announcement comes just days after Janet Jackson's withdrawal due to her brother Tito Jackson's recent passing. This year's festival will also feature the 30 Years of Creative Freedom tribute show presented by the Department of Sport, Arts and Culture to honour iconic South African musicians. I hope you go. I hope you enjoy it. See you again next week.
Eyewitness News. In touch, in tune, and independent. For the latest, log on to ewn.co.za or ewn.mobi.